but I have coconut head, so I kept arguing, oh, I can do this, forget, it's no big deal. It's not Muna that I'm with every day.
Yeah, I could get used to this lifestyle. Rolex, Netflix, iced up. Black card, never been a max up. Never there. I could get used to this lifestyle. Rolex, Netflix, iced up. Black card, never gonna max up. Never.
Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time stopping by, you're most definitely welcome. And if you are an old subscriber, thank you for stopping by once more. I appreciate it. I love you. Thank you. Anyways, guys, today's gist, I'm going to be talking about how I traveled with my 2-year-old daughter, my darlings. I'm going to be gisting you about the adventure, what I went through, the fun parts, and all the juice pretty much. So guys, stick with me, grab your cup of coffee, your juice, anything. Let's get right into the video, guys. Got to the airport early because obviously because of the COVID protocols, I'm fully vaccinated. I was traveling to the UK, so COVID protocols, I had to get my vaccination card as evidence to show that I was fully vaccinated. And then you need your locators form, like there's this form you have to fill when you're going to the UK, where you'll be staying and all of that. And then I had to do that, and I had to get I had to do a COVID test the day before, although they're saying, oh, when you're going to the UK, if you're fully vaccinated, you don't actually need to do a COVID test. But obviously in Nigeria, anything can happen. I don't want anything that will make me start panicking in the airport. So I obviously did my COVID test 24 hours before my trip. I had all of that together as well. So I got to the airport, there were like a lot of people there, people that didn't have their COVID cards. It was chaotic as per usual, Lagos airport. So I got there, I handed over my paperwork. So, do you have the child's birth certificate? Everyone is just trying to like act tough and all, which is probably the procedure or whatever. But yeah, I passed that stage. I had fed Muna well, like before I started coming out that day. I had given her good food. I made sure she went to school that day. So by the time she got back home, we checked in. I got there early enough. I went to KFC. We had to chill to pass time. And then eventually we boarded. Everything was going smoothly. I put her in her stroller, guys, because that was like the only way out. I strapped her in. I downloaded a lot of movies for her on her tab. So these were like my own strategies to like occupy her. So I gave her her biscuits, her Ribena. So she was just busy in the stroller, eating, chilling as far big babe now. She had her tab with her cartoon, Masha and Bear, and the rest of them she was watching. And then when the biscuit finished, my girl started looking at me like, Mommy, what's going on? Where are we? What's going on? I just realized that, this girl is beginning to realize that we're not at home. So I had to bring out something else from my bag to give her. I gave her my phone because sometimes like she loves my phone because of the games and everything. She just went on my phone. She was playing. I was just praying like, let's start boarding. Let me get myself together. So obviously, like, we started boarding. They gave us priority. We got into the plane. Muna didn't want to sit on her own. She was just all over me. She came to me, mommy, carry me. I was getting tired at this point, and like, you know how Niger people are, they'll just start looking at you like, oh, put the girl together now, that kind of thing. My darlings, I tried my best. I put her together, gave her the cartoon. She was getting tired, she was getting sleepy, and then it was 11. We took off at 11, and then she didn't want to sit by herself for takeoff. I even tried to talk to the air hostess, like, can you help me out? They're like, no, she has to sit down, she has to be all strapped in for takeoff for 10 minutes. Try everything you can. My girl's there shouting. I just gave her my wristwatch to occupy her. We took off. She came back on my body. I carried her. I tried to put her to sleep. She slept off immediately, but I carried her throughout the flight. Me, that usually on a normal day, I'll just put one movie and start watching, or I'll just be chilled listening to music. I couldn't do any of that. I carried her throughout on my body. At 2 a.m., Muna woke up. Oh. Like me, I was going through the body pain because like there was a whole seat wasted. I was like, what was the point of buying this girl an extra ticket? Because she was on me the whole time. And then she woke up at 2 a.m. She was crying. Everyone else on board were like, oh, okay, do something, carry her, this, that. I now carried her. She didn't want to. She was just like, where, you know, when you just realize you're not in a usual place. She started crying. Man, my mom folded her wrapper and kept it in my handbag. That was literally what saved me. I brought out the wrapper from my handbag, put Muna on my back, backed her, tied her really tight, and then she was calm. But then I was the one standing, like I was tired, I was exhausted from the whole day's trip and all that. And then my girl slept off. After 30 minutes, I brought her out from my bag, carried her back to position, and then something happened. I got so pressed. I had to just lay her on the chair quietly. At some point, I was like, oh, should I give her to someone to help me hold her? Or, okay, let me just try and improvise. So I laid her on the chair, and then I went to ease myself, came back, carried her back, and then we were already in London. First off, when you're traveling with a child, just try and make your life easy. Go with a direct flight. Go as light as possible. The only thing I had was my handbag and the stroller, the stroller was a very big deal. Like, the stroller really helped me because I put my handbag inside under the stroller. Muna was inside the stroller with her chops and her tab, and then we landed London 4 a.m. She was sleeping, and I just put her right in, and then I wrapped her around with her blankets, and then it was pretty easy from there. Got outside, the car was waiting for me, and everything went smoothly afterwards. But all in all, travel really light when you're traveling with a toddler. Try and feed them well before you even leave the house. Try and have your small chops, biscuits, anything to engage them. Their cartoons, download the tablet, and try and get a direct flight, because I couldn't even imagine if I had a stopover or anything. So those are the major tips you need when you're going with a toddler. I hope this video is going to help someone planning a trip today with their children or with their child, and I hope the tips I dropped is going to help you out. And you know, if you haven't liked this video, please do like this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'll be dropping a lot of videos on this trip, so you don't want to miss out on that as well. And guys, yeah, that was my pretty short experience. It was fun at first. I mean, like, you know, the whole process, I couldn't wait to see what would happen, and adventurous at the same time, and a little bit stressful, but all in all, I think it's a good experience for me. Thank you for stopping by. Love you guys.